All right, so for our next topic class, since you've already know the different etiquettes in creating and formatting emails and memo messages, now let's proceed for our next topic, which is the planning, conducting, and recording meetings. So, Renans, can you please read the learning objectives? Okay, thank you, Rinan. So, class, these are the learning objectives and points that you should be able to acquire at the end of our discussion. So, moving forward, let's have it first. What are the kinds of meetings that we are doing from the different organizations? So, akala natin in our day-to-day interaction with our team, with our members, with our superiors, pare-parehas lang yung mga meeting na yon. Pero, those meetings have different categories. So, ano-ano siya? Una, class, is the informal meetings. When we say informal meetings, it is a meeting where we are talking to our colleagues or to our subordinates in the company. So for example, you are creating a proposal and then you do not know what you will put in a budget section. You do not know how much is the amount you are trying to put on your proposal. Then you will go to the accounting office, find a finance manager or accounting manager, and then you will ask him or her one by one kayo. Okay na, Mr. Finance Manager or Miss Accountant, how much is the budget ba for this project? Can you give it to me? So that's what we call informal meetings, meaning you do not need to set an appointment. Okay? Or you do not need to have that meeting in a conference room kasi you can go to that office directly and ask that questions directly. Other term for informal meetings ay one-on-one meeting or inquiry meeting. Magtatanong ka lang, mag-i-inquire ka lang. Okay? Next, another one is we have the team meetings. When we say team meetings, in our organization kasi, meron kayong kanya-kanyang department or kanya-kanyang team. And sa bawat department na yon, meron kanya-kanyang team. For example, you'll become a flight attendant in the future. As a cabin crew, meron kayong kanya-kanyang flight team. Ibig sabihin, siya yung kabady mo or makakasama mo sa flight mo for the entire month. So, meaning, yung ka-team mo na yun, halimbawa, 5 kayo, you're going to have a team meetings. O, tayo yung tayo yung MWF teams for the flight. So, can we have a meeting to discuss paano yung schedule natin? Sino ang pe-present ng safety procedures during flight? Sino ang mag-a-announce during flight? Sino ang a-assist doon sa mga food and beverage na request ng mga passenger? That's what we call team meetings. Pinag-uusapan nyo yung mga strategies na gagawin nyo in order for you to implement the tasks and responsibilities being assigned to you. Next class is we have the regular meetings. When we say regular meetings, ito yung ginagawa ng organization to update the employees kung ano na ba ang status ng kumpanya. Lumalago ba yung business or pabankrupt na ba? Or another example ng regular meetings is every day bago magsimula yung operation, meron munang briefing. Bini-briefing muna kayo what are the things that you need to do. Okay? So, yun yung tinatawag nating regular meeting. So, from its word regular, either every day ginagawa, every week, every Friday, every Saturday, so on and so forth. Next is organizational meeting. When we say organizational meeting, for example, you are part of Cabin Crew Association of the Philippines or you are part of the Hotelier Associations of the Philippines. So, meron kayong tinatawag na annual meetings, members meeting, yun yung tinatawag nating organizational meetings. Meron kayong pare-parehas na profession, meron kayong pare-parehas na purpose, and you are doing your meetings to discuss your goals, your missions, your visions, so on and so forth. And lastly, yung tinatawag nating parliamentary meeting. Ang tatandaan nyo lang sa parliamentary meetings class, ang mga kasama sa mga meeting na ito ay mga members ng top management such as CEO, presidents, directors, chief finance officer. So, those people who are part of the top management are the ones who are belong to parliamentary meetings. Okay? Moving forward, what planning should precede a meeting? Ibig sabihin, ano ba yung mga dapat nating isaalang-alang na factors in order for us to create or to start a meeting? So, the first one, class, is you identify the purpose of the meeting. Bakit ba tayo kailangan mag-meeting? Ano bang silbi ng gagawin nating meeting na ito? Ano bang objectives natin? So, these are some of the purpose bakit tayo kailangang mag-meeting. Una, to share information. Okay, halimbawa, umattend ka ng training, gusto mo siyang i-share sa mga katrabaho mo, yung natutunan mo dun sa training, then magpapa-meeting ka in order for you to share your learning experiences from the training to your co-employees. Another example is to brainstorm ideas. So for example, bibigyan ko kayo ng project and then kayo ang bahala kung paano nyo gagawin yung project. Then, your team members will have a meeting, magbe-brainstorm kayo. Ano kayang magandang team ng project natin? O kailan natin siya gagawin? Sino ang gagawa nito? Sino ang gagawa nito? Ikaw, anong part mo? Ano yung mga ilalagay nating information? You are brainstorming your ideas. You are sharing your thoughts, your opinions, your creativity. Next is to make decisions. Okay? Magmi-meeting kayo ng mga managers kasi kailangan yung mag-decide whether ire-regular nyo pa ba siya or hindi na. It is a matter of yes or no, proceed or not. So, next is to motivate members. Okay, so for example, you are working in a hotel pero low season, bagsak yung negosyo. Walang masyadong nagbubook, yung mga members mo, yung mga subordinates mo, nawawala na ng pag-asa. So magpapamiting ka in order for them to motivate them. Oy, ngayon lang naman to kasi tagbagyo, pero during summer tataas na uli yung sales natin. Magkaka-commissions na uli tayo, so on and so forth. So that's how you identify the purpose of your meetings. And next, you create meeting agenda. Pag sinabi nating agenda, ano ba yung mga step by step or ano ba yung mga goals na kailangan yung i-achieve doon sa meeting na yon? So, 'di ba pag agenda o pag meeting natin ngayon, ano ba yung kailangan nating mga matapos? O kailangan na nating matapos yung chapter 1, chapter 2, tsaka chapter 3 ng research natin. So, in order for us to finish this, ano yung mga step by step na gagawin natin? That's creating meeting agenda. What are the things that you need to finish or to solve for your meeting? Now, what are the 5 questions to answers for a good agenda? Okay? These are the 5 questions. Sabi, ito dapat yung mga kailangan mong itanong sa sarili mo or sa mga kasamahan mo para makapag-create kayo ng magandang agenda or ng magandang objectives para sa meeting nyo. Una, when. Meaning, when or kailan gagawin yung goals or yung objectives. So, pag sinabing when, ang katumbas nito, time and date. So, kailangan specific. Kailan yung date? November 25, 2024. Where? Saan siya gaganapin? Where is the location or the place where you will do your agenda or your objectives? Is it in Thailand? Is it in Singapore? Is it in Hong Kong? Is it in the Philippines? So on and so forth. It should be a specific location. Okay? Next is what? What is the purpose of your meeting? Or what is the purpose of your agenda? To motivate? To inform? To make a decision? To share information? So, what's the purpose? Bakit nyo gaganapin yung meeting na yon? Okay? Next is why? Bakit nyo ba siya gaganapin? What is the benefits? Or what are the why? pag sinabing why, bakit? So why is the reason? Or what are the reason? Kasi they are interconnected with each other. So, anong makukuha ko dyan? Anong mapapala ko dyan kapag sumama ako sa meeting nyo? And lastly, who? Sino-sino yung mga involved sa meeting or dun sa agenda? Kasama ba yung manager? Kasama ba yung supervisor? Kasama ba yung president? So on and so forth. So these are the 5 whys that you need to questions in order for you to formulate a good agenda. Next, for decision-making process. When we say for decision-making process, these are the options that you can use kapag meron kayong kailangang desisyonan sa isang kumpanya. Ito yung ginagamit nating decision-making concepts. The first one is authoritative decision-making process. Pag sinabi nating authoritative decision-making process, ang nagdidesisyon lang ay yung president. Hindi niya na kailangang i-consult ang kahit sino. Pag sinabi niyang hindi mo na yan i-renew, hindi mo na yan i-renew. Okay? Authoritative, ibig sabihin, nasa kanya yung authority. Whether sa ayaw nyo at sa gusto nyo, kung ano yung decision niya, yun yung masusunod. Okay? Next is consultative. What do we mean or what do you think is the meaning of consultative? This is an opposite of authoritative. So, paano ginagawa ang consultative decision-making process? From its word consult. Renans. Very good. Correct. Meaning ng consultative, +2 on the midterm. When we say consultative, you are asking the opinions, the point of view of your colleagues or your subordinates bago ka magdesisyon. Okay? Nag-i-inquire ka muna, nag-a-ask ka muna, ay sa tingin nyo, ano kayang pwedeng gawin natin dito? Ano kayang mas maganda na gawin natin? Email kaya or memo? So you consult your team first. You are asking their opinions before you proceed with the decision. Next is voting. From its word voting, edi kung sino yung may pinakamaraming vote, yun yung masusunod. Okay? Or yun yung susundin natin. And lastly, consensual. What do we mean when we say consensual? Anyone? Consensual decision-making process. Other than Atasha and Renans, I am giving chance to others. Jedi, okay na ba ang mic mo? Ayan, finally. O, Jedi. Correct. So, when we say consensual is you are also asking the point of view of the other people. You are also asking their opinions. However, ay ma'am, sabi mo, parehas lang yung consultative and consensual. Ano yung kaibahan nila? Ang kaibahan nila, class, sa consultative, when you ask the opinions of others, kung ano yung may pinakamaraming opinions, that's the decisions na masusunod. Okay? Sa consensual, you are asking the opinions of others, you are asking their point of view, but at the end of the day, yung conscience mo pa rin ang magfa-follow. Kung ano pa rin yung gusto mo or kung ano pa rin yung sa tingin mo ay mas okay, yun pa rin yung masusunod. Even though you ask their opinions. Okay? So I hope you differentiate the what do you call this? The difference of the two. So these are the 4 decision-making process. Now, let's move on to online meetings 101. So nowadays, especially when we had the pandemic, 'di ba? we transitioned from face-to-face to online class, to online meetings, so on and so forth. That's why hindi na mawawala ang online meetings. Okay? Now, the question is, ano ba yung mga do's and don'ts when you are attending an online meetings? The first one, get properly dressed. O, pagod na ako magsalita. Anyone who can explain for the recitation? And plus one, additional plus one on the midterm. Get properly dressed. Please explain. Atasha. Very good. So, you should be professional looking. Hindi yung pagharap nyo dun sa camera, gulo-gulo pa yung buhok nyo, may muta pa kayo dyan, kagigising nyo pa lang, naghihikab pa kayo, so on and so forth. Because sabi nga nila, impressions last. Okay? You dress to impress. When you are attending a meetings, you always make sure that you are good looking and having a pleasing personality because it attracts attention and confidence. Okay? Next, how about this one? Check if your systems are working. Anyone, please explain from the group. I want other hands. I want to hear your voices. Other hands aside from this the same names I can see. Mr. Demagante. Okay, good. Thank you. So, you check your systems is working. Katulad na, when we are, alam nyo naman na meron tayong online class. Before we have our online class, you always make sure, is your camera working? Does your data connection working? Is your microphone working? I know that sometimes you experience technological glitches. I understand that. But I do not understand students who are just messaging me after tapos na yung prelim. And dun palang magpapaad sa LMS, dun palang magpapaad sa Teams without reaching out. Okay, you always check if your systems are working. Okay, and always check as well um your internet connection. Now, yes, napagbibigyan siya na mahina yung data, yung signal, ay understandable talaga siya. Okay, especially online classes. But when you enter in the industry, lalo na if a-attend kayo ng mga meetings, lalo na pagkasama yung mga stakeholders, yung mga clients, you have to make sure that all of your systems are working. Why? Kasi if hindi, madi-disappoint na agad ang partners nyo or yung clients nyo. Kasi ang iisipin nila, internet connection pa lang, hindi nyo na magawa ng paraan. What more pa yung magiging partnership natin? Okay? Next, set an agenda. When we say set an agenda, you share the objectives. Ano ba yung purpose ng meeting na to? Ano ba yung mga gagawin natin sa meeting na to? Okay? So, para alam nila kung ano yung mga questions na ibabato nila sa'yo. Ano yung mga possible inquiries na pwede nilang itanong. Yung mga requests na pwede nilang i-ask. Okay? While you are doing the meeting. Next, stick to the allotted time. Anyone, please explain this. Stick to the allotted time. Other hands, please. Ako natatawag ng mga hindi nagtataas ng kamay. May I call on Mr. Gonzaga? Okay. Yes. Good. Very good. Correct, class. So, as per Mr. Gonzaga, tama yon class. Halimbawa, sinet nyo lang yung meeting from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Isang oras lang. So, you have to make sure na yung meeting nyo isang oras lang. Kasi, there are other agendas or there are other meetings na naghihintay pa dun sa mga ibang attendees or meron pa siyang gagawin. Okay? If you can finish the agenda ng less than 1 hour, much better. Okay, so tama yung sinabi ni Mr. Gonzaga. If our class is set until 5:30, so if you can finish the class before or on or before 5:30, the better. Pag lumampas na yun ng 5:45, kinakain mo na yung iba nilang oras na dapat gagamitin nila sa ibang bagay. So, you always respect others people time. Okay? Next. Give your full attention. So what do we mean when we say giving full attention? May I call on Mr. Ian? Okay. Okay, I like it. Very good. Very good. Correct. Very relevant information and example. So, tama yung sabi ni Ian. Baka turo ako ng turo dito, tapos pag tinawag ko siya, hindi naman pala siya nakikinig. Tapos, anong isasagot niya sa akin? So, that's correct. Same with the business meeting. Nandun na sila sa mga agenda. They are already discussing the projects, kailan yung duration, saan gaganapin, and then ikaw, nagmo-mobile legends ka lang or nakikipag-chat ka lang sa mga katropa mo. And then, when they call your attention and tinanong ka nila about dun sa project, wala kang masagot. So, sinong lalabas na incompetent and unprofessional? Siyempre, ikaw. So, sino ba namang empleyado ang gustong mapahiya in front of a lot of people during the meeting? That's why you have to make sure that when you are attending the meeting, nakikinig ka and you are listening to the thoughts and discussions being implemented during the meeting. Okay, you give your full attention. I do understand na hindi naman talaga tayo nakakapagbigay ng full attention, but there are people na even though nagse-cellphone sila, nagla-laptop sila, nakikinig pa rin sila. So that's the gist of giving your attention. Basta siguraduhin mo na pag tinawag ka, you can answer the question. Okay? Next, please explain this. Mute your microphone when it's not your turn to talk. May I call on Rona? Miss Mabugat? Nan? Glyza Enko. Miss Enko, are you there? Okay, good. Thank you. So when we say mute your microphone when it's not your turn to talk, this is also in relations to your to your privacy. Okay? What if your microphone is on and you are talking to another person behind the camera and maririnig na siya ng lahat ng nandun sa meeting? Okay, so another example of this, I experienced this last 2 semesters ago. When I was teaching a lesson and naghahabol kami, one of the students, he forgot to close his microphone. And pag sabi niya doon, ang tagal naman ni ma'am magturo, eh hindi pa naman tapos yung time namin. Gusto ko nang magbilyar, sabi niya. Di narinig ko. What happened to the student was, I reported it to the Students Affairs Office. KY, ayaw mo pala ng matagal na magturo eh, ba't nag-enroll ka sa subject? Ba't ka pumasok sa klase? Okay, and that student is um, on floating until now to me, hanggat hindi niya naaayos yung problema niya na yun. Okay, what I am trying to say is, you always mute your microphone because you need to understand that we cannot please everybody. Okay, and I cannot please everybody. And you have your own opinions in terms of our lessons and discussion, and that's fine. But you have to always to mute your microphone para hindi na namin naririnig and to avoid problems in the future. Same with your meetings. You take um, precautions in terms of your microphones to avoid problems. Baka naka-open yung microphone mo, sabi mo doon, napakamahal naman ng ino-offer nilang budget doon sa isang supplier, mababa lang. Sinasayang lang natin yung oras nila, hindi naman natin sila kukunin. Oh, naka-open yung microphone mo, narinig nung kinakausap nyo sa business meetings, what will happen? So it will create chaos and problems with your organizations. That's why you have to make sure that your microphone is muted. If hindi ka tinatanong or hindi ka pa time para magsalita. Okay? Next, announce your arrival. What do we mean announcing your arrival? Jedi. Very good, correct. So halimbawa, ang nakaset na meeting 1 p.m. Pero malilate ka kasi ongoing pa yung meeting mo, malilate ka ng 5 minutes. So you chat doon sa Teams na apologies, Teams, I'm going to be late in 5 minutes. I am still in another meeting. Or nagsa-start na yung meeting, late kang dumating, you take precaution. So sorry for the late arrival. Apologies for the late arrival. I am Jedi Baconga. I'm the project manager of this team. Apologies again. So ganon, you announce your arrival. Para lang yung face-to-face, kapag late kayo sa klase, huwag kayo basta-basta papasok na parang wala kayong nakitang teacher sa unahan. So you ask respect or you show respect to your professor. Hi ma'am, sorry I'm late. Can I enter the classroom? So that's the same of announcing your arrival during the online meeting. Okay? Next, manage the chaos. How do we discuss or please explain, how do we manage the chaos based on the explanation on the screen? Aside from Jedi, other hands please. Other hands, wala na bang iba? Wait, may I call on Lizel Reyes. Lizel, can you explain manage the chaos? Nan? How about Judy? Nan? Judy? Um, Pam, Punzalan. Can you explain? Okay, very good. Thank you, Pam. So, correct, class. So, when we say managing the chaos, especially when you are attending a meeting, if you can use professional backgrounds so that you can save your data privacy. Syempre, minsan you are attending a meeting from your home and you do not want other people to see your home. Okay, that's why you use your professional background. And also, you turn off the TV, the music, and you find a place wherein magkakaroon kayo ng peace and without chaos na makakapag-meeting kayo ng walang distraction. Walang nagiiyakan, walang nag-aaway, so on and so forth. Okay? Para makapag-focus din kayo dun sa meeting. Next, wrap up the meeting. When we say wrapping up the meeting, closing na. Okay, you summarize all of the details that you discuss, all of the informations. You thank all of the participants of the meeting. So thank you very much for attending our meeting. These are the agendas that we've discussed. These are the solutions that we've discussed. Do you have any other questions? Do you have any other concerns? Or what are your learnings on our discussions? Okay, you wrap up the meeting. Hindi yung pagkatapos nung last bullet, pinatay mo na agad yung meeting. Wala man lang babay or wala man lang pasintabi. Okay, so you always wrap up. Next is take your time. When we say take your time, um, when we transition from a face-to-face meeting to online meetings, sobrang adjustment talaga yan. Especially when we are using different platforms and applications. Don't pressure yourself. Halimbawa, hindi gumagana yung microphone. Okay lang yan. Na-encounter natin yan eh. May technical difficulties talaga. So, just take your time resolving the problem. And if hindi talaga ma-resolve, then if hindi ka naka-attend ng meeting or ng class meetings, then may mga recordings naman na pwede mong balikan so that makahabol ka dun sa meetings or dun sa agenda na diniscuss. Okay? Next is, kunwari, participant ka lang dun sa meeting. Wala kang presentation. Listener ka lang. But how are you going to become an effective meeting participants? Una, read the materials before the meeting. May mga binibigay namang goals agenda before na meeting. Sinasabi ko ano yung mga pag-uusapan. Binibigay yung mga proposal. So even though you are only a participant, you read that proposal. So that if the meeting asks participation and kapag tinanong ka, nag-ask ng opinions mo, may masasagot ka. Hindi, hindi ko po nabasa, hindi ko po alam eh. So you will look unprofessional with that. That's why you always read the materials before the meeting. And you arrive on time. Kung ang usapan ng meeting ay alauna, dapat 5 minutes before the time, nandun ka na. It's okay for you to wait kesa ikaw yung hintayin. Okay? You arrive on time. Next is number 3, you take down notes and listen attentively. Okay? Kung wala kang participation doon, nakikinig ka lang, mag-take down notes ka pa rin. Okay? Para baka may makita kang mali doon sa dinidiscuss. You can raise that. Hi, sorry, upon listening to your discussion, I can see that the budget that you mentioned is 290,000 pesos. But upon the approval of the proposal, it's only 100,000 pesos. I just want to clarify what will happen. Okay? That's what we call taking down notes. You listen attentively so that you can find the problems or if you have questions or if you have inquiries. And lastly, class, what are the contents of the minutes of the meeting? When we say minutes of the meeting, these are the summary of the things that you've discussed during your online meetings. So ano ba yung mga contents niya? Una, attendance. Sino ba yung mga umattend dun sa meeting? Okay? Pangalawa, action items. When we say action items, ano yung mga diniscuss sa meeting na kailangang bigyan ng solusyon? Okay? And based on that action items, ano yung mga solutions na nagawa? Ano yung mga decisions na nagawa? Okay? And open items, yung open items, ito yung mga targeted agenda na hindi nabigyan ng solusyon. Ibig sabihin, floating. I-discuss ulit next meeting kasi pending siya. Wala pa siyang solutions. Okay? And that's the end of our discussion for this chapter.